This is the Hypothetically Sound podcast,
hosted by Alec, Randy, and Xavier,
where we take a hypothetical look at the world around us,
exploring the what ifs, maybes, and how comes.
Join in on the unfiltered, raw, and real conversations as we explore the world around us. Welcome to Hypothetically Sound. Hope you guys are having a great day, and welcome to our Earth's mystery. What?
Same day as last episode.
No,
I literally said that we're starting right away after recording the last episode. All right, if you didn't listen to the last episode, listen to it. It goes right into it. We're fired up. Let's just fucking go.
Okay. It's Earth's Mysteries and Wonders. Last episode was about alien abductions. You know what happens after you being abducted and they got their full of abductions? It becomes an invasion. They know everything about your butt, your butthole, the poop, everything. Now they're coming to end your life. So this episode is strictly hypothetical, straight.
What do you think they found out?
Probably that we eat too much shit.
Hemorrhoids? Yeah, they were like, they got hemorrhoids. That's their weakness.
They're like, what the fuck are they
They
putting
need a cream for their asshole. We win.
Just feed them spicy food and make them poop. Man, that's the way to win. Like, you sneak in super spicy chilies into everybody's food in the military. They're too busy with burning butts to fight back. But anyways, all right. Alien invasion is coming, guys. How do you picture it happening? Do we defend ourselves or do we just get wiped out? That's what this whole episode is about. So whoever wants to go first can go.
As I was saying before, I don't think we live in a fear-driven society. So I mean, like, fear is what drives people's, social media. Like, fear of not being liked, pushes a lot of people harder to, want to produce better content, things like that. At work, it's constantly a competitive environment. Just everywhere, literally everywhere you go. In school, you're always competing. Usually because of fear, fear and competing. But I don't think that aliens are necessarily going to hurt any of us. I think it's curiosity, and I think it's as long as we prove to be beings that can, reach a certain form, like level of intelligence, we'll be okay because they'll feel like that we can, actually be, add things to the universe or, be what's the word I'm looking for? When you're like a productive person in society, but you're a productive race in the universe.
Yeah, I think everybody knows what I mean. I don't know the word because I'm dumb.
Yeah, and
that's the word either. What the fuck, bro?
But that's. I don't think we have to be, driven by that fear. I think that we would be friends before anything, because they would have wiped us out by now. We've been at much low points, in history. They're, why would they wait until we advance further, making it harder for them to just wipe us out?
Well, see, that's the thing, right? Is like, if they were to come today, like we were at the point of advancement where they're like, okay, they're either this is the make or break, right? The reason why I think they would attack is because, like you said, we are a fear-driven society, and depending on where they decide to land to do something, it's a lot of shoot first, ask questions later, and acts of aggression will be
towards
most
them
likely
first, right?
Most likely, yeah, right. So, like, we might not even get the chance to talk to these guys
because of fear, because of that fear,
right? Yeah. Or competition, because they can come here and talk to us and be like, yeah, there's 58 other life forms in our society, right?
Right.
And you guys are the 58. You are bottom tier. And that competitive drive could also cause issues to the point where we try to develop a way to take out another race or to get higher above, right? It's like greed and competitiveness that is just inherent in humans. Another reason they would attack is resources. Like the only planet in this solar system particular that has water. And so if that's what they're looking for,
but again, why would they wait, right? Like, if they helped us
we don't
far amount of time and back, far back in time, they could have easily annihilated the world in a matter of seconds. We had no technology.
I mean, and that's fair. I think maybe they're giving us a chance, or something happened along the way of us evolving that their home planets and shit started like devolving or decaying. Yeah, decaying. You know, so like that's where the resource thing would come in. Because like we know what's happening on our planet for the most part, but we don't know what's happening on there.
But you would think also again, if you're able to travel between planets or that far of a distance, I don't know.
We also don't know how long it takes.
True. There's a lot of things we don't know.
There's a lot of factors to it. I think like again, it really depends on where they land. I think also we're a threat to ourselves during an alien invasion. If it's a bad invasion, right? Because like if they land and demand to see a world leader, right? But like the number one world leader, what's stopping a crazy president of the United States or Russian president, dictator, whatever the fuck he is, or the China's from fighting to be that first contact? You know what I'm saying? That main piece. Because it's like, oh yeah, we don't want to deal with every like 7 to 58 leaders. 58. Holy shit, there's way more than that. 7 to hundreds, right? We want just one singular person. But how do you decide that amongst all these ego?
Right. That's the thing too. Like, can you name a world leader? So not just any government, but a world leader that you would want to be the voice for an entire planet? I can't. And
like, you ever see those movies and stuff where it's like, oh, president of the earth? That shit would never happen in my eyes unless one country somehow took over. And there's not a lot of countries that like would probably keep it a democracy like that.
Yeah,
if they took over.
Yeah, it would become a dictatorship instantly.
Yeah,
I think on the premise of seeing someone be that single point of contact, I think honestly, in at least my personal opinion, any sort of person that is going to at least try to keep people alive is probably the best option.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you have so many options. Do you go with a military figure to show a fist of power? Do you go with a humanitarian? Do you go with a politician that can try to convince him to do things? Do you go with a business person? Like, there's so many options to go with there. Like, how do you choose? Like, do you go with someone who has a certain belief? Like, do you go with someone who's a Christian? Do you go with someone who's a Muslim? Do you go with, like, there's so many things that dictate human culture that how do you pick one?
I personally think there isn't a right answer, right?
Yeah.
Because like no matter who you pick, there's going to be a faction that is not happy with it.
And I think in that scenario, if they came down and they were like, which one, like if that ever happened, that shows you how uncivilized I think the aliens are, and you're screwed anyways. If they come in, like if they're so advanced and civilized, they would know that proposition is impossible. So maybe it's a test. Like there's the two options. One, it's a test, and they want to see how you respond to such a test. Or two, they aren't sophisticated and advanced, and that is how they are a monarchy dictatorship, and that's how they run things, and we don't. And so asking us to do that is nearly impossible. And when we send up the wrong person and they falter or say they don't speak for everybody, or they see we're disagreeing, because we would, like, people would go to war for that. They would annihilate us because they would see us as less than.
Like if they came down for intelligence, you can see that as a human race we've advanced hopefully far, pretty decent. I think maybe not, we might be like little babies and I don't know, technology in space, right? Like they're traveling through time and we're still failing getting into space. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. I was kind of like thinking, when you were saying, Randy, about not being sophisticated, like, could you ever in a world imagine a not sophisticated, life form making it here on a spaceship?
I could very, like, so say
I think it's united, right? It has to be united civilization to be able to travel, right? If they have all the same ideals, they have all the same ideals, like they are, let's say, a humanitarian planet that just wants to try to find other like-minded individuals, and that's their whole goal as a race, then yes, right? But the human race isn't that.
Right.
We're so divided that we can never be that. And same with like warmongering races, right? Like their whole thing is let's fuck up some planets, right? And so they're more united than us because they all have the same goal, like end goal, right? Like humans don't have really an end goal. Like I don't think survival is a fair end goal because like to be
You have to
united
look
on
beyond that.
because
Yeah.
everything's trying to survive. That's just
Right.
basic
Right.
nature, right? So we don't
Right.
have an end goal like that to unite.
Right.
And
Right.
maybe if
Right.
aliens come, we could have that,
Good. Yeah. What
but
a,
it's
what a day.
equally that it just tears us apart even more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And my thing with the sophisticated is I think a sophisticated culture or society would advance past the point of asking something like that, like sending one. They will understand a delegation, things like that, knowing that there's multiple cultures, societies, things like that. But to answer your question, do I think a unsophisticated society could come through? Yes. I think they could, like, so they're obviously advanced enough to send things to outer space. We're that advanced. But imagine, because we don't have any black holes near us. So imagine a solar system or a galaxy that does have one in reachable distance, and so they send they're out. Space travel's a daily occurrence for them. They're at that point, and the black hole is close enough for them to actually go through, and they decide to send in multiple ships to see what happens, and that's how they reach us. Is they come through this black hole, and then they find our planet, and since we're the only planet in our solar system that we know of, at least that's what we're told has life forms, they have to come here. Because they would see, like you would assume they would see the satellites and things like that and come towards us. So at least that's my opinion on how a not super advanced society could come and see Earth is just through a black hole. And that's just me assuming that a black hole is a man-made object or something made it and they came through and it took them, brought them here. But then we don't know anything about black holes because we can't go into them, we can't see into them. It's all guessing work.
Right.
So I think if there was ever an invasion, it's going to come down to three things or three different types. One is world domination. They came to the Earth, and everything they've been doing is to get to the Earth to a point where they can inhabit it, and they're not going to kill us because they still need us, but they're just going to run the world. Second one is like we said, there could be a council of aliens out there that we don't know of, and we are being watched by one, and a different one decides to attack. And so we get attacked by just a bad seed in this group. And then the third one is, like I said, there's not much in our solar system. I think if it ever happened, an alien invasion, honestly, in my opinion, would be some form of aggression for the simple fact that if they're out and they want to get supplies, or like Alex said, they need water, our solar system is not the solar system to come to for that. With one out of, what we have, 9 planets, one planet having water on it.
We have a lot of like geological.
Yeah,
I can't think
moons
of the word.
and comet. If only one of these structures has water, there's zero reason for you've chosen a poor solar system in your travel. And if anything, we're in the way. So maybe they come through to destroy it to try to maybe redo it or something like that. At least that's my opinion. I don't see Earth as a feasible option for any advanced culture to want to be in this solar system.
Honestly, you guys are overlooking the obvious scenario that there is an outlaw in space that took refuge in Earth and he's hiding. And so badass, right? In all galaxies, that they need a whole fleet to try to find him. And they pinpointing him to Earth. And they are here to find him. But he's a shapeshifter and he's disguised as one of us. They don't know
could be you.
It could be me. That's how I probably know. Who knows? Anyways, uh,
You let the cat out the bag.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You heard it first here on
Hey.
Hypothetically Sound.
And they just don't know, so they just start blasting. They're like, well,
They
we
just
might
get
hit him,
blasted.
but the joke's on them because he's disguised as a fish in the ocean. Boom. Anyways,
Ooh.
damn, I had an actual point instead of that whole joke scenario. It's fucking fun. It's fucking. I got too invested in that. My bad.
So have we've all watched a lot of movies, and
I remember now.
Go ahead, get it.
Another thing with like the abductions, like, and the reason why maybe they haven't attacked yet is there's a lot of diseases in here, and biologically they are going to be different, right?
Mhm.
And so you see like War of the Worlds, right?
Yeah,
Right.
Where they literally die from pigeon poop or something, or like a flu.
yeah, they essentially get sick from our germs.
So what if like when they're abducting, like they're getting ready for an invasion, but like because of like, let's say COVID, for example, all the diseases keep popping up, the new ones and stuff, right?
They're actually protecting us.
They're like either like they're protecting us or they're trying to study it to make sure that it's not something that affects them to the point that would like obliterate, them come to Earth and like invade. But what if, like, let's say the common cold? What if that's like their fucking kryptonite? Like they can't figure out how to fix it. None of the human remedies work for them. Like it is just so that's why they haven't invaded yet.
Yeah, no,
Maybe that's what they're waiting on, right? Is like figuring out how to survive our diseases.
We don't even know the complicated nuances that would be involved in invading another planet. We can't even fathom the
Right.
complexities of what
Like
would be.
literally them. Like some of them have walked on the planet, but we don't know if they've walked with like special suits, like astronauts or some shit. You know?
Yeah,
like, we don't know
that shiny coat that they had on that these guys saw.
The alien look is actually just a fucking suit for them, right? That's not how they actually look. It's just a suit for them to like handle our gravity and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, there's so many nuances that, like you said, it's insurmountable number of things that would have to be considered that could be a possible outcome that could deter or affect how the outcome would play. Like, and there's tons of movies, like Alex said, War of the World. Is there any alien invasion movie that you think is closest to what would really happen that you've seen, or that you hope would happen?
I don't think so.
War of the Worlds seems pretty solid. What was it called? Attack on Mars or Attack from Mars or something like that?
Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks. Thank you. Holy shit! Why did I say
with little tiny aliens? Yeah.
With the funny heads and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be like that too. I feel like those two are probably equal.
Yeah, for like Invasion War, Futurama. Yeah, coexisting. I think. Like and this is messed up. My prime, like if alien invasion happened, it would be like the movie Knowing, with Nicolas Cage. Spoiler alert if anybody hasn't seen it, because I'm gonna spoil the end of the movie. So like the world's ending. They sent like these codes to this little girl, and she like writes them on its door. He finds them, and it's essentially the dates and location of massive events that kill people. And the final one is the end of the world. Like a sunburst comes and destroys Earth. But these aliens come and they take people to their world so the human race can continue. So they take like kids, doctors, people, whoever they deem good enough. It's mostly kids. But they take a bunch of humans to continue the population. That's what I would hope. If like aliens do come for an invasion, instead of just letting us live like our lives, they're here for a reason, and that reason is to save us, or at least some of the human race, and so the human race can continue. That would be my ultimate goal, is like the end of Knowing. Like, obviously, I don't want an alien invasion. Just come say hi, live with us if you want, share your knowledge of the universe.
You just invite some aliens up in your house, dude. What if they like vampires? Like, what if they can't come to Earth without an invasion? Congratulations, you just fucking inducted the alien invasion because you're like, hey, come say hi. Like,
our fucking Discord starts going staticky, and all of a sudden it goes black. Xavier's yelling, you're yelling. Comes back, and I'm not here anymore.
Bright side, dog.
This isn't that movie. That what is that fucking movie?
this. You got this. I believe in you. Come on.
I
pop
can't
culture
remember it.
reference.
I watched like 3 of them. There's like 3
Oh,
different
like
ones.
Friended, like the
Yeah,
horror
yeah.
movie. Yeah, Friended. Yeah,
There's like 3 of them. There's more than that.
yeah,
There's, like,
yeah.
a couple
only
of them.
seen the
Then there's the
first
one with the phone app and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's because Friended was so good that they're like, oh, we can copy that movie.
I wouldn't say it was good, but like when it came out, it was unique.
Yeah,
And not
unique
bad.
for sure.
But we watched
Yeah.
it again. Yeah, this movie was good. Like
Win
this
it
movie is
for the time.
This movie is a nice watch
It
Mhm.
didn't
for the
age
first
well.
time. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like it's just a B movie, like a great movie. You know, it's not really great. I mean, they filmed it like literally in their houses, so and like on Zoom. So like, it was
Yeah,
pretty good
smart
for
move.
what they did.
Yeah. Smart move.
Now that we got off topic, any final words on the alien invasion?
Yeah, if they come, just don't punch one in the face because you don't like the way they look. Like, be a decent human being and species thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like a little kid. You know how little kids sometimes hit people or kick them in the shins and shit. I feel like a little kid gonna see an alien and run up to it because they dad said if the aliens ever come, we're gonna beat their ass, and they're gonna run up and kick an alien in the shin, and that starts the war. They're like, this little human just kicked my shin. I feel pain.
Karen starts the war. Alien parks the car in sideways. And Karen comes in, throws a rock at them. You can't park there. I'm gonna go call your manager.
This is why we need border control.
Yeah, no, I think at some point aliens will show themselves, be it
While we're alive, I don't think, but
yeah, not in our lifetime. I don't think in our lifetime. I think it'll be a while, and hopefully it's to correct the Earth and help us fix the Earth, because right now it's going down the drain. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the alien abduction episode.
what if we were just a creation of the aliens? Like they just made us like little embryos and shit, and they put us on the Earth to terraform it for them, and they're just coming to reclaim what's theirs, baby.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
That
said that's
would
one of
be
the 3
something.
options, dog. So we were just here. We were just here to make the Earth what they wanted.
That would definitely be something.
Oh, daddy alien.
It would be smart. Like, we're the only one with water and plant life and all these things, so it makes sense. We got to be on this planet for a reason.
True.
But the next episode, everybody listening at home, will be on life on Mars. And then the final one in this little mini alien series will be interstellar travel. So now that we've been abducted and we survived the invasion, we look to find where they are at and how we're going to get to them. So thank you guys for tuning in. Alec, do you have a shout out for the people at home?
I only had one prepared because I wasn't prepared to do 2 episodes. But yeah, shout out to anyone that is waiting for the alien invasion and you're wearing your tin hats just so they can't read your mind. I respect
True.
you. Always prepared. You're the ones who are going to survive the invasion for sure.
Make sure you watch all the alien movies about invasion so you know how to prepare, like Signs. Have cups of water all over the place, so if they're hurt by water, you can splash them.
Imagine to a planet that's 70% water, not knowing that shit fucks you up.
Right.
Fucking idiots. There's no way that they can do interstellar travel and then they come to Earth and are like, yeah, water fucks us up.
It
burns. It's
burns.
like,
It burns.
oh god, it's so funny to me, man.
But it's always
Signs
Signs is a bad movie. Such
so
a bad
fucking
movie.
stupid.
Swing, Bobby, swing. Yeah, that whole movie.
Sorry.
No problem. You know where to find us, Hypothetically Sound, on all social media sites. Check out Hypothetically Sounds presents Nerd Shit, where we talk about anime, all kinds of stuff. It's great, so go give it a listen. And until next time, deuces.
Bye.
Bye. Ah, my leg.
Why? What did you do?
Thank you for listening to Hypothetically Sound. We hope you enjoyed the episode. All episodes can be found at hypotheticallysound.podbean.com, as well as on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora. For full unedited video versions of the podcast, please visit us at youtube.com/hypotheticallysound.